Well, too much. I always say that I weighed 100 and plenty. I'm just saying now that I've lost the plenty.
Yeah.
I still
one of the
want to
smallest
lose.
waists I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know if it's my waist a little. It's just my...
Just in contrast to...
All right, y'all. Today we're going to be discussing something that might ignite a bit of debate. We're going to give you the rundown on who we believe are the greatest female country music singers of all time. From the heartbreakingly poignant ballads to the toe-tapping anthems of resilience, these women have shaped the landscape of country music with their unparalleled talent, charisma, and authenticity. Kacey Musgraves. Kacey Musgraves, born August 21st, 1988, in Golden, Texas, has risen to become one of the most influential and celebrated figures in contemporary music. Musgraves' journey into the spotlight began at an early age, performing in local talent shows and honing her craft as a songwriter. Her big break came in 2007 when she competed on the television show Nashville Star, where she showcased her talent and garnered attention for her unique voice and songwriting ability. Despite not winning the competition, Musgraves' appearance on the show laid the foundation for her future success. In 2013, Musgraves released her major label debut album, Same Trailer, Different Park, which instantly captivated audiences and critics alike. The album's lead single, Merry Go Round, showcased Musgraves' knack for crafting honest and introspective lyrics, earning her widespread acclaim and 2 Grammy Awards, including Best Country Song. The album as a whole received universal praise for its fresh take on traditional country music, blending elements of classic honky-tonk with modern storytelling. Kacey recently talked about what an artist goes through when releasing music.
It's such a process of letting go, and these songs are written from a very intimate, personal place, and then, you release them and they kind of become everyone else's.
Wynonna Judd. Wynonna Judd, born Christina Claire Simonella on May 30th, 1964 in Ashland, Kentucky, is a country music icon, known for her powerful vocals and dynamic stage presence. She rose to prominence as one half of the mother-daughter duo The Judds, alongside her mother Naomi Judd. The duo's harmonies and heartfelt lyrics resonated with audiences, propelling them to stardom in the 1980s. With hits like Mama He's Crazy and Why Not Me, the Judds became one of the most successful acts in country music history, earning numerous awards, including multiple Grammys and CMA awards. Following their hiatus due to Naomi's health issues, Wynonna embarked on a solo career, releasing her self-titled debut album in 1992. The album spawned 4 consecutive #1 singles on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, including She Is His Only Need and I Saw the Light, establishing Wynonna as a formidable solo artist. Her debut album went on to sell over 5 million copies and earned her critical acclaim, cementing her status as a leading figure in country music. Throughout her solo career, Wynonna continued to achieve commercial success and critical acclaim with albums like Tell Me Why and Revelations. Her distinct voice, which blends elements of country, rock, blues, and gospel, set her apart from her peers and showcased her versatility as an artist. Wynonna's ability to infuse emotion into her performances and connect with audiences on a personal level solidified her reputation as one of the best female country music singers of all time. Wynonna is not one to forget her roots and her family.
We should honor this music and not forget where we come from, kind of thing. Mom and I started in 1984, and what we did was historical. We made herstory.
LeAnn Rimes. LeAnn Rimes, born August 28, 1982, in Jackson, Mississippi, rose to fame at a remarkably young age and quickly became one of the most prominent voices in country music. Rimes' talent was evident early on, and by the age of 9, she had already recorded her debut album, All That, which garnered critical acclaim and set the stage for her meteoric rise to stardom. However, it was her rendition of the song Blue that truly catapulted her into the spotlight. Released when she was just 13 years old, Blue showcased Rimes' powerful vocals and remarkable maturity, earning her comparisons to country music legends like Patsy Cline and earning her a Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance, making her the youngest Grammy winner in history. Throughout the 1990s, Rimes continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hits, including One Way Ticket, Because I Can, How Do I Live, and Can't Fight the Moonlight. Her crossover success extended beyond country music, with How Do I Live becoming one of the longest-running hits in Billboard Hot 100 history. Rimes' ability to seamlessly transition between genres and appeal to a wide audience solidified her status as one of the most versatile and accomplished artists of her generation. Despite her early success, she faced challenges as she navigated the pressures of fame at such a young age. However, her resilience and determination to stay true to herself ultimately led to a successful career that has spanned decades. Rimes' continued growth and evolution as an artist have earned her the respect and admiration of her peers and fans alike.
I didn't have the easiest of childhoods, but it all kind of comes flooding back. I mean, I think anybody can relate to that when you visit home. Like, there's just so many layers of different emotions that hit you.
Sara Evans. Sara Evans, born February 5, 1971 in Boonville, Missouri, is a celebrated figure in country music, known for her powerful vocals, emotive storytelling, and enduring impact on the genre. Evans' journey to stardom began in the late 1990s with the release of her debut album 3 Chords and the Truth, which garnered attention for its traditional country sound and heartfelt lyrics. However, it was her sophomore album, No Place That Far, released in 1998, that catapulted her to mainstream success. The album's title track became Evans' first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, showcasing her dynamic voice and earning her widespread acclaim. Throughout the 2000s, Evans continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit singles and critically acclaimed albums. Her album Born to Fly, released in 2000, showcased her versatility as an artist and yielded several chart-topping hits, including the title track and I Could Not Ask for More. The album earned Evans numerous awards and nominations, including the Country Music Association Award for Video of the Year for Born to Fly, solidifying her status as one of the genre's leading female artists. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Real Fine Place in 2005. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart and produced 4 consecutive top 10 singles, including A Real Fine Place to Start and Cheatin'. The album's critical and commercial success further cemented Evans' reputation as one of the best female country music singers of her generation. But beyond singing, her biggest accomplishment is her family.
I've always been an obsessive mother, I'm just obsessed with my kids and took them with me on the road everywhere I went. The 2 older ones are musicians, and they really need me now.
Trisha Yearwood. Trisha Yearwood, born September 19, 1964 in Monticello, Georgia, is a revered figure in country music, known for her powerhouse vocals, emotive performances, and enduring impact on the genre. Yearwood's journey to stardom began in the late 1980s when she moved to Nashville to pursue a career in music. She quickly caught the attention of industry insiders with her remarkable voice and signed a record deal with MCA Nashville. Yearwood's self-titled debut album, released in 1991, showcased her impressive range and earned her critical acclaim. However, it was Yearwood's sophomore album, Hearts in Armor, released in 1992, that solidified her status as one of country music's leading female artists. The album, which featured hits like Wrong Side of Memphis and Walk Away Joe, earned Yearwood widespread praise for its introspective lyrics and mature sound. Her ability to convey raw emotion and vulnerability in her music resonated with audiences and earned her a dedicated fan base. Throughout the 90s and early 2000s, Yearwood continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit albums and singles. Her album, Thinkin' About You, released in 1995, produced several chart-topping singles, including X's and O's, An American Girl, and Thinkin' About You, further solidifying her reputation as one of the genre's most beloved voices. Additionally, Yearwood's collaboration with fellow country music stars Garth Brooks and Emmylou Harris on the album Trio 2 earned her critical acclaim and showcased her versatility as an artist. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album How Do I Live in 1997. The album's title track, which was also featured on the soundtrack for the film Con Air, became a massive hit and earned Yearwood multiple awards, including a Grammy nomination for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. The song's enduring popularity and crossover success further cemented her status as one of the best female country music singers of all time. And after all this time, she's still humble when it comes to creating music, especially since her husband, Garth Brooks, is a writing legend.
I don't consider myself a writer. My husband hates it when I say that, but he's in all the Hall of Fames. I just come up with ideas every now and then.
Rosanne Cash. Rosanne Cash, born May 24, 1955 in Memphis, Tennessee, is a revered figure in country music, known for her rich storytelling, evocative lyrics, and haunting melodies. As the daughter of music legend Johnny Cash, Rosanne grew up immersed in the world of music, and it was only natural for her to follow in her father's footsteps. Despite the weight of her family legacy, Rosanne forged her own path in the industry, carving out a distinct sound that blended elements of country, rock, folk, and Americana. Her breakthrough came in the early 1980s with the release of her album 7 Year Ache. The title track became a chart-topping hit and showcased her ability to craft songs that resonated with audiences on a deeply personal level. The album marked the beginning of a prolific and successful career for Cash, earning her widespread acclaim and setting the stage for her future success. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, she continued to release a string of critically acclaimed albums that further established her as one of country music's most influential artists. Her album King's Record Shop, released in 1987, yielded 4 number-1 hits on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, including Tennessee Flat Top Box and Runaway Train. The album's commercial success and critical acclaim solidified Cash's reputation as a formidable force in the industry. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Interiors in 1990. The album, which explored themes of love, loss, and redemption, earned Cash widespread praise for its introspective lyrics and haunting melodies. Interiors marked a departure from her earlier work, showcasing her growth as an artist, and earning her a Grammy nomination for Best Contemporary Folk Album. In a recent interview, she talked about the moment she realized country music songwriting wasn't just for men.
But I think also a turning point for me was when I heard Joni Mitchell's Blue. It was the first time, I was in my young teens, it was the first time I realized that a woman could be a songwriter.
Faith Hill. Faith Hill, born Audrey Faith Perry on September 21, 1967 in Ridgeland, Mississippi, is a powerhouse vocalist and one of the most iconic figures in country music. Her journey to stardom began in the early 1990s when she moved to Nashville to pursue a career in music. After signing with Warner Brothers Records, Hill released her debut album, Take Me As I Am, in 1993. The album spawned multiple hit singles, including Wild One and Piece of My Heart, and established Hill as a rising star in the country music scene. But it was Hill's sophomore album, It Matters to Me, released in 1995, that propelled her to superstardom. The album's title track became her first number-1 hit on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, solidifying her status as one of the genre's leading female artists. Her ability to convey raw emotion and vulnerability in her music resonated with audiences and earned her widespread acclaim. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, Hill continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit albums and singles. Her album Faith, released in 1998, yielded several chart-topping hits, including This Kiss and Breathe, which spent 6 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. The album's commercial success and critical acclaim further solidified Hill's reputation as one of the best female country music singers of her generation. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Cry in 2002. The album showcased her versatility and explored new musical territories, incorporating elements of pop and rock into her signature country sound. The album's title track earned Hill a Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance, marking her as one of the most accomplished vocalists in the genre. Faith also recognizes the challenges of being a female musician and a female in general.
I don't know. I think society in general is hard on women, period.
Emmylou Harris. Emmylou Harris, born April 2, 1947 in Birmingham, Alabama, is a legendary figure in country and folk music, known for her ethereal voice, impeccable musicianship, and profound storytelling. Her musical journey began in the late 1960s when she moved to Nashville to pursue a career in music. After a series of low-profile gigs, she caught the attention of Graham Parsons, a pioneer of the country rock genre, who invited her to join his band as a vocalist. This collaboration marked the beginning of a fruitful partnership and set the stage for Harris's solo career. Her breakthrough came with the release of her album Pieces of the Sky in 1975. It showcased her unique blend of country, folk, and rock influences and introduced audiences to her angelic voice and emotive interpretations of classic songs. The album's lead singer, a cover of the Louvin Brothers' If I Could Only Win Your Love, became Harris's first #1 hit on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, establishing her as a rising star in the country music scene. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Harris continued to push the boundaries of country music with a string of critically acclaimed albums and collaborations. Her album Elite Hotel, released in 1975, earned her a Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance and showcased her versatility as an artist. Additionally, her collaborations with artists like Bob Dylan, Neil Young, and Linda Ronstadt further solidified her reputation as one of the most respected voices in the industry. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Wrecking Ball in 1995. The album, produced by Daniel Lanois, marked a departure from her traditional country sound and incorporated more elements of folk, rock, and alternative music. It received widespread acclaim for its atmospheric production and innovative approach to songwriting, earning Harris 3 Grammy Awards and reaffirming her status as a trailblazer. In 1982, she talked about the interpretation of country music around the world.
In fact, one of the problems of country music for a while, I think, was people were forgetting the tradition and the roots of it and calling it country, and it really didn't have much meat to it.
Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood, born March 10, 1983 in Muskogee, Oklahoma, rose to fame as the winner of the 4th season of American Idol in 2005. Her debut album, Some Hearts, released in 2005, became a massive commercial success, earning her multiple Grammys and establishing her as one of the brightest stars in country music. The album's lead single, Jesus Take the Wheel, became a crossover hit and showcased her powerful vocals and emotive storytelling. Throughout the late 2000s and 2010s, she continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit albums and singles. Her album Carnival Ride, released in 2007, yielded multiple chart-topping hits, including Before He Cheats and Wasted, further solidifying her status as one of the genre's leading female artists. Her album Blown Away, released in 2012, received critical acclaim and earned her multiple awards, including a Grammy Award for Best Country Solo Performance for the title track. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Storyteller in 2015. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart and showcased her growth as an artist and songwriter. But even Carrie suffers from crises of confidence sometimes.
You know, end up telling yourself you're not good enough and like you did terrible and work harder, you know, those kinds of things. And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like that's all the devil trying to break you down. Yeah.
Tammy Wynette. Tammy Wynette, born Virginia Wynette Pugh on May 5, 1942, in Itawamba County, Mississippi, is widely regarded as one of the most iconic and influential female country music singers of all time. Wynette's journey to stardom began in the late 60s when she signed with Epic Records and released her debut single Apartment No. 9 in 1966. The song became a top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, marking the beginning of her prolific career in country music. Her breakthrough came with the release of her signature song, Stand By Your Man, in 1968. The song became an instant classic and topped the country charts, earning Wynette her first Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. Stand By Your Man remains one of the most enduring and iconic songs in the history of country music, solidifying her status as a legend in the genre. Throughout the 1970s, Wynette continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit singles and albums. Her album Divorce, released in 1968, showcased her ability to convey raw emotion and vulnerability. Her powerful voice and emotive performances resonated with audiences and earned her a dedicated fan base around the world. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Singing My Song in 1969. The album produced multiple chart-topping hits, including the title track and The Ways to Love a Man, and solidified her reputation as one of the best female country music singers of her generation. Her ability to connect with audiences through her music and convey universal themes of love, heartache, and resilience made her an enduring icon in the genre. And despite all her fame, Tammy talked about how she can immediately get humbled simply by returning to her childhood home.
But it doesn't take me too long. I can get to feeling, oh, I'm really it, you know. I've been very successful for all these years, and all I have to do is head back down to the old farm, because I still own it. I still own the old house that I was born in. And I get my feet right back on the ground in a hurry.
Reba McEntire. Reba McEntire, born March 28, 1955 in McAlester, Oklahoma, is an icon known for her powerful vocals, captivating stage presence, and prolific career spanning over 4 decades. Her journey to stardom began in the late 1970s when she signed with Mercury Records and released her debut album in 1977. But it was her 1984 album, My Kind of Country, that marked her breakthrough, spawning several hit singles and establishing her as one of country music's leading female artists. Throughout the 1980s, she continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of successful albums and singles. Her album, Whoever's in New England, released in 1986, earned her widespread acclaim and yielded multiple chart-topping hits, including the title track and Little Rock. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album For My Broken Heart in '91. The album, which was inspired by the tragic death of her band members in a plane crash, showcased her resilience and emotional depth. The album's lead single, Is There Life Out There, became a chart-topping hit and earned McEntire a Grammy Award for Best Female Country Vocal Performance. And Reba has always had a sense of honoring the other amazing women in country music.
You know what's really important is to pay homage to the women who paved the road for me. Dolly, Loretta, Tammy.
Loretta Lynn. Loretta Lynn, born April 14, 1932 in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky, is a true pioneer and legend in country music. Her journey to stardom began in the 1960s when she burst onto the scene with her debut single, I'm a Honky Tonk Girl, which became a top 20 hit on the Billboard Country chart. This early success laid the foundation for what would become an illustrious career spanning more than 6 decades. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her signature song, Coal Miner's Daughter, in 1970. The song, inspired by her own upbringing in a coal mining community, became an instant classic and earned Lynn widespread acclaim. It not only topped the country chart, but also crossed over to the pop charts, cementing her status as one of the most beloved and respected artists in country music history. Throughout the 70s, she continued to dominate the country music charts with a string of hit albums and singles. Her album, Don't Come Home A-Drinkin' with Lovin' on Your Mind, released in 1967, became her first #1 album on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. And she was churning out incredible music as recently as a couple of years before her 2022 death.
I've got a brand new album. It's called Wouldn't It Be Great? The reason this album means so much to me, it was the last song that I sang to my husband that I wrote before he passed away.
Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline, born Virginia Patterson Hensley on September 8, 1932 in Winchester, Virginia, is revered as one of the most influential and iconic figures in the history of country music. Her journey to stardom began in the late 1950s when she signed with 4-Star Records and released her debut single, A Church, a Courtroom, and Then Goodbye, in 1955. But it was her breakthrough hit, Walkin' After Midnight, released in 1957, that catapulted her to national prominence. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her signature song, Crazy, in 1961. The song, written by Willie Nelson, became an instant classic and topped the country charts, earning Cline widespread acclaim and recognition. It remains one of the most enduring and iconic songs in the history of country music. Throughout the 60s, she continued to dominate country music charts with a string of hit singles and albums. Her album Patsy Cline Showcase, released in 1961, became her first to top the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Her powerful voice and emotive performances resonated with audiences and earned her a dedicated fan base around the world. Another significant achievement was her induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1973 posthumously. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, born January 19, 1946, in Locust Ridge, Tennessee, is a cultural icon and one of the most celebrated figures in the history of country music. Her journey to stardom came in the late 60s when she moved to Nashville to pursue music. Her breakthrough came in 1967 with the release of her first solo album, Hello, I'm Dolly, which produced her first chart-topping single, Dumb Blonde. However, it was her songwriting prowess that truly set her apart, as she penned countless hits for herself and other artists, including I Will Always Love You, which became a massive success for Whitney Houston in 1992. One of her biggest achievements came with the release of her album Jolene in 1974. The title track became one of her most iconic songs and topped the country charts, showcasing her powerful vocals and emotive songwriting. Her impact on country music extends far beyond her chart success. She's revered for authenticity, versatility, and philanthropy. Her larger-than-life persona, unmistakable voice, and songwriting genius have made her a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. And her philanthropic efforts, including her Imagination Library program, which provides free books to children, and her support for various charitable causes, have further endeared her to fans and earned her numerous humanitarian awards. She's received multiple Grammy Awards, CMA Awards, ACM Awards, and more, into the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Songwriters Hall of Fame. And of course, Dolly's style is just as famous as her voice.
I laugh out loud when people say I'm a fashion icon, because I never intended for that to happen. I just kind of dress the way I dress.